Alrighty, hi guys. Um, Back on my Pinterest page, I'm going to go down here to somewhere I saw my Christmas tangles. So I have 28 pins under Christmas tangles, and we're just going to scroll through here and see what catches our fancy for today. What do we feel like doing? Don't know what I feel like doing. Let's do this one. So this one doesn't have any step outs. It's just a Christmas inspiration. So I'm going to do that. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's get ourselves a piece of paper. I think this one will work best on a white one or a light colored one. Or on a green one. You know what? I'm going to do it on a green one. Let's do it on a Christmas green one. That's not green, that's yellow. Green. All right. And turn on a light. So we get rid of that shadow. Let your eyes zoom out a little bit so I don't go off the edge of my page. What the heck is going on today? So many messages. One of a young man who grew up with my son's best friend when they were growing up. We always called him Other Son because they were together so often. He's married, and his wife just had a heart attack. She's in her, I'm assuming she's just right around the same age. I've never asked, but right around the same age of my son and other son. So she's in her early 30s. Has 3 small children. And she is currently in surgery. She's having a bypass. I'm glad that they caught it and that they didn't ignore her symptoms. We're going to go here. We're going to grab a pen, pencil. I'm going to make myself a nice border because I like a nice border. And I think I want my border in white. Does that sound weird? I want my border in white. Something like that. And then we are going to build this with, we want our cluster of berries in here, and then we want our leaves coming that way, like so. That kind of plans out our composition. Don't know if you can see any of that. Is that dry enough that I can put my hand in there? Yep. Okay, so we're going to do a cluster of berries, and they actually are like so, because we going to want to color in that middle bit with the red. So of course, if by the time you see this, she will be, of course, out of surgery and be done. But if you guys would say a little prayer for her healing, I would appreciate it. She would appreciate it. The more in the community that send her goodwill and good wishes, the faster she'll heal and be able to be back with her children, doing all the things she loves to do. I think something like that. That's good. That's good enough. And then we're going to do one of these, one of these, I think there's one in here that I didn't see. Okay, something like that. Which one's on top? This one's on top. We're going to go just like that. Like so. Let that go off the edge. That one as well. Okay, I like that. Good composition. Enjoying that. Let's see, what did she do? Then she did an aura around all of these. So let's do that. Everything seems to have an aura. Oh, I should have done this aura first. Oh well. I've gone quiet, which means I am having a heck of fun. Enjoying myself. Something like that. And then we've got something of that nature with some pen shading. Slight pen shading. I will use pencil shading as well, so I don't need a lot. just like so. And then he's done a bunch of something like that on this side. And then it's time to color some things in. I'm going to get rid of my pencil lines because I can see them. Going to color in with a red pen. Red pen. I'm going to use this one. Okay, that is not going to do it. Just kind of made it brown. It's because I'm on green paper. As it dries down, it's getting better, but still not really what I want. But it's okay as a base color. I'm going to go ahead and put in, I'm going to use my bright pink gel pen and just give that a pop of color. That's better. Oh, I got some good news yesterday. My niece is getting married next year. Woohoo! They've been dating for a very long time. And we just figured they'd never get married. But they're getting married. Very cool. I'm excited for her. I want a little bit of shading here. And here. And here. Like this. Okay, I want what do I want to do? I think I'm going to go ahead like they did on the sample and put a black background, but not in everything, just in parts. Well, that pen's not working very well. What the heck? Okay. We'll just do the bulk of the background in this, very carefully staying away from the edge because this pen has now come completely apart. It looks awful for Can you see that? Let me show you. This is what happens to cheap brush pens. See, the tip is all bent out of shape, and look at the line it's making. That's not what I want. I want a solid color. So I'm going to use it for filling in the big bulky parts. This is this brand. I wouldn't recommend, but I'm using it up because I don't want to be wasteful. If I bought it, I'm going to use it until it's out of ink or it's no longer functional. I think it's finally to the point where it's no longer functional. It is just really bad. Mushy and just not working. And it also feels a little dry, so it's probably out of ink as well, or close to it. And it takes a lot to get, it's not juicy. It takes a lot to get some color down. So I think this will be the end of its lifespan. Yeah, that just doesn't have any color left. All right, she's done. Throw that one away. Where's my Copic brush pen? I don't know. Which is why I picked that one up, because I can't. I've got I told you guys, I have such a mess on my desk. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where the heck did it go? There it is. Ha 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 ha. There's my Copic multiliner brush pen. And look at the difference of the tip. Look at how pointy, how lovely that tip is. And if I zoom in, look how much control I have with that tip compared to the other one. So much difference in quality. But like I said, I don't like to be wasteful. If I buy something and I want to do it to try it out, I'm going to use it. I'm not just going to throw it away just because it's not the best quality. You can even see the difference in color of the ink, which means I'm going to have to fill this whole thing in anyway with Copic. Just a quick, just to even out the color a little bit. Okay, and let's see, what else is there to talk about? I don't know. After the first of the year, we're changing store managers again, which means that will be my 11th store manager in 5 years. It's frustrating to change management so frequently. But at the same time, I know I will outlast them because I have. I always do. I will be there still. I am the constant. But it is kind of frustrating. And not only are we changing store managers, but they're redistricting the boundaries of the store districts. And so we're going to have a new district manager as well. Don't think I've had this district manager before. It just, which means that even though, you know, the stores all run with the same general corporate rules, each district manager has their own pet peeves as to what they are the things that they really want to see happen in the stores. You know, because no matter what corporate says, each district manager has their thing. Like the one we have right now, his big thing is cleanliness and signage. He likes to come in and has a particular way he likes to see the signage on the end caps and the displays. They have to be done in a particular way for him. Oh, you haven't seen anything. Good gracious. I am sorry. I did all of that and you didn't see a darn thing what I did. Well, I colored it in. You saw some of it depending on how I moved my paper. I didn't realize I was so zoomed in. I apologize for that. But yeah, like I said, signage is this current district manager's big thing. So we know that when he says he's coming, we go around and make sure that all our signs are to his standard. And it's not to say that we don't have signs on our stuff, because we do. But he has a thing where, you know, you have to have this size sign on this type of, you know, this type of end cap needs to have one big sign, and if there's multiple items on an end cap, it has one big sign for the majority, the bulk, and then the smaller signs for the other. Whereas other district managers don't care, and you can just put small signs on the whole thing, each shelf or each product having its own sign. It just, you know, neither of them are right or wrong per the company policy. They're just different preferences on what he likes to see. So we'll see. We'll see how the new district manager is, what his pet peeves are. There are different metrics that the stores have to meet. For sales and you know, just all those different metrics. Customer service, this, that, and the other. Yes. Should we meet all of the metrics? Absolutely we should. Is it possible to be at 100% on all the metrics? Probably not. It's just, you know, we're human. So let me get a regular pen for in there. I don't know why I'm trying to get into those tiny spots with a brush pen. That's silly. But certain district managers emphasize certain metrics more than others. They'll say, well, this metric, yes, we want to be still in the green, but there's a range. You can be anywhere from like 80 to 100%. As long as you're in the green zone, I'm fine. And then there's other metrics that they say, no, this has to be at 100% all the time, or 99%, or something like that. And so each district manager does seem to have a something that that got kind of weird. I don't think I let that one dry before I put the pen on before. Okay, so now I want my bright green. Because like I said, I've seen those metrics come and go. I've seen the company change focus from sales to customer service to photo to this to that, depending on the season, depending on the manager, as to what is the most important thing to focus on. And there was one season where we were required to walk if a customer asked for an item, that we had to walk them to that item every single time. And when there are only 2 of you in the store and you are the only cashier and you can't leave the front, it's kind of hard to walk your customer to the back of the store to find the item. So, I'm gonna. Seems kind of weird, but I'm gonna make purple around these berries, just because I feel like it. Does that seem weird? It does kind of seem weird. But I don't like the green. I go with the purple. Oh, that's interesting. I kind of like it, especially as it's drying down. I want more of these swirls down here like the sample had, but I don't want them in the bright white, I don't think. I think that's going to be too much. Maybe? Yeah, I think it's going to be too much. I think I want more bright white border though. You know what? Maybe I'm going to try my paint pen instead. These are those ZSCM paint pens. Most of them have been working just fine. Some of these little black and white ones, though, have had a struggle with the nibs. So I'm not sure if this is the good one or the bad one. No, see, this is the bad one. I've tried and tried and tried, and I can't get this one to actually get any paint to come out. It just won't, which is weird. This must be the other one. Let me try the other one. And this one's working fine. And I don't know why the other one just will not. It just won't. But that's way easier to use than, and much whiter than the gel pen. I want a nice super bright white border. I might come back and do a second line as well. Come on, give me more paint. The bigger ones, the bigger paint pens have been much more consistent. So I'm a little disappointed with these small tipped ones. Come on, draw. There we go. I think I am going to do a second border. Just because I kind of like that. It gives it that more rustic, and when you're not trying to make it look exactly perfect, then when it doesn't look exactly perfect, it looks just like you're expecting it to look. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'll put little shine dots in my berries. And I definitely want, okay, this is the bad one. I'm going to throw that one away so I don't lose it. I definitely want white swirls back here, but I think, oh, you know what? Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do gold. Let's do gold on the black. That would look pretty. I have these metallic, oops, oh fudge. I hate it when the pencil sharpener or the pencil breaks off in your sharpener. Come on. You know what? I'm going to use my electric sharpener. Pardon the sound. It's coming. Electric sharpener. This is one of those really cheap pencils. And the lead keeps... Oh, well, now I've knocked things on the floor. Great. That's all right. I'll pick them up in a second. It's one of these. These are Faber-Castell. I don't know if you can read that. Metallic. They don't have numbers, but they keep breaking the lid. It goes with this, but it's subtle. Oh, yeah. That's what it needed. Just a little sparkle. And if it's in the right angle, you don't hardly see it at all. That's okay. That's perfect. And it didn't break my lid. All right. I think I'm done. This one didn't have a name. It's just Christmas, holly and berries or something. Doesn't really have a name. I will have to title it some other. Who knows what I'll title it. First Christmas tangle pattern artwork of the season. Not really a pattern, but you guys watched how I did it. It's not hard. All right, you guys have a great day. I will see you on whatever video comes out next. I have got to get ready to go to work. And yeah, I'll see you later. You guys have a blessed day, and I'll be back in a few days. Bye-bye.